Hey blockheads, this is DJ AK the Amanda Knight, and I'm here to let you know that my so-called whatever podcast and No More Games Radio have joined forces. Listen to No More Games Radio on Sundays at 2 p.m. for your favorite episodes of my so-called whatever podcast, and maybe a live episode? Who knows? Tune in to my so-called whatever podcast for upcoming No More Games radio features and exclusive stories from our staff and DJs. And as always, follow us on social media at No More Games Radio and at my so-called whatever. Hang tough!
Friends forever, that's what we are. Through the thick and the thin, we're friendship stars. We're banger main buddies from the days of old. We laugh, cry, and hug, friendship solid as gold. My so-called whatever started a year ago. We share our stories and your stories were told. 80s, 90s memories that give us glee. And on the block party shows and KOTB. Now our friendship circle has grown by far. Hashtag friends forever, that's what we all are. Boom! And if you don't know, now you know. My so-called whatever for life. Hashtag MSCW. Hashtag friends forever. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, my
Hello.
computer's really loud. You can definitely hear my computer.
I can't hear it.
It's
Not even a little bit.
like that. It's old, so yeah.
I can't hear it. I can hear my furnace.
Well, I'm glad you can't hear it because it's definitely loud.
It's not picking up what it's putting down, so that's
Well,
good.
That's good. So,
it's moot.
Hello.
Hey, it's been a little while. It's been like, almost 2 months.
Yeah. Well,
We've talked.
Yes.
But
so it's been almost 2 months since we've released, but we actually did record an episode, like half of an episode that we're going to tack on to this. You guys are just going to have to forgive us. It's about NSYNC.
And it's like not even the full info NSYNC. We were going to come back and finish it, and then we didn't.
That's right. We have just been so incredibly busy, and I know a lot of you guys have been too. I just didn't realize how crazy things were going to be this year. Because usually they're not this crazy. Like normally I'm able to schedule something. It was just like every day I had like either a game or something.
Like a team dinner.
Team dinners. Because Brody plays football, if you didn't already know. And Bryn plays field hockey. This is Bryn's senior year. And we'll get into it because that's why I didn't go on the cruise. So before every game, we have a team dinner. And that's like parents, family. I love it. I think it's great. I think it gives an opportunity for like the parents to get to know each other, and it just like builds more community. So I think it's a great idea. It was super awkward for me at first because like I'm just awkward. But now that I like know people and stuff, it's nice. So yeah, and that's every week. So my nights were pretty much taken up and, just busy. But you know what I say, and I keep reminding myself this, is just in a couple of years, there's going to be nothing. Like literally nothing. And that's going to be super hard. So I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not complaining about anything. I'm not complaining about not being busy. But Bernice decided she's not playing basketball this season. Which was a hard decision, but she's decided not to do it. And Birdie doesn't play a winter sport. He does robotics. So that, but that's not like they have like a meet once a month or whatever. So this winter will surely open up, and we're going to really try super hard to get back consistent as possible, just because like we enjoy doing it. And
right.
It's been a while. So
It's been a hot minute.
sure has. Oh, I just realized I
What?
still have stuff on my calendar from basketball and it's like won't go away and I don't know how to get rid of it.
You can't just delete it?
Oh, it's because her coach shared her calendar with me there. I turned it off.
Oh, perfect.
I don't need to see that like at all. I just don't.
Yeah, no,
It's
that's
been
good.
a traumatic experience. So,
And a hard decision, but it was for Bryn, it was the right decision for her, I think.
right. I mean, she just wasn't playing.
You want the best for your kids.
Right. And it's not fun when you're working your ass off. She was going to both JV and varsity practice. Something shitty happened this summer and Bryn was like, I'm done. I'm out. Checking out. And it wasn't that easy, but I feel for her because, well, just to say this, it's been 7 years since she's been playing basketball. So this would be the 7th year. Since we've been doing the podcast, she's been playing basketball since before that. So I'm concerned about both of us. Just because both of us struggle with winter and that really took up a majority of our winter. So now we have to find something else to focus on. So I love like arts and crafts. I always have. I've just never like wanted to sell my shit because I'm super hard on myself. I started making these like mystery boxes that I intended on like opening up a TikTok shop, all of this. Went like put them all together. I was so excited. And nothing, radio silence. Nothing. Like people look at them all the time, but I only have 2 sales. So like nobody's going to buy them, And I was so excited about it. I was so excited. So
that's hard because I think that they're amazing. Let me just say they're awesome.
Thank you.
And Nikki has put so much work and thought into curating these boxes with like playlists, like everything. And the radio silence is not because she hasn't tried.
Right.
I think that there's an element of luck.
There really is. And like I've advertised, I put money into advertising. I haven't done a whole lot of social media stuff because I've been so busy. So it's just that you put all of this work and all of this time into these things. And I did. I didn't tell a soul except for Brooke at first.
Right.
Well, actually, I didn't even tell Brooke when I was doing it at first because I'm like, I don't know how this is going to turn out. I also didn't want to like wrap it into my so-called whatever because what if people hated it and then I didn't want them to hate the podcast too. So, but I feel like they're pretty good. They are expensive. I'm not making a whole lot of money on them. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not.
No, I've seen your numbers.
Yeah,
you're not making like a killing on these.
No, it's more so like I just want to bring joy to people. And I think if I got one of these boxes, it would like, I don't know, I would be elated. I would be because I live for this shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you want to check, no, I don't expect anybody to buy anything. I'm just saying if you want to check it out, Third Shift Designs on Etsy. Yeah. So that's where we're at right now.
Y'all should check it out.
Yeah.
Y'all. I don't know when I got that southern drawl, but it just appeared. We should intro.
Let's intro. Okay.
This is Brooke.
And this is Nikki.
And this is my so-called whatever.
Hey. It's not a block party because we're going to talk about everything.
Yeah, no, it's not a block party. There's a lot to recap. There's several things that have gone on in the last couple months and very recent some stuff that's gone on.
Right.
That we want to just kind of touch upon. And then I think at the end, Nikki's going to tack on our half-ass NSYNC conversation.
Right. So
And it's not half-ass, but it
No,
was like
it's not.
half the conversation.
Right, because we were so into it. We were like, oh, wait. And we had done it like right before Brooke had to go somewhere. So we were like, or I had to go somewhere. One of us had to go somewhere.
I can't remember. We had something that we had to go, and we were like, oh, we'll come back and do it later.
Right.
Oh, we'll do it tomorrow.
Right.
Oh, we'll do it this week.
Right. So not only have we been busy, but NSYNC, holy cow.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. So should we like insert the NSYNC stuff here? Like right now?
Maybe. And it's a lot.
Yeah, it was like
we
20
talked
minutes,
for a while.
20, 30 minutes. Yeah.
Was that before or after the song came out?
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
I don't remember. So if it was before the song came out, let's just say the morning that it came out, I went and picked up Nikki. We listened to it together. We drove around like old days.
Like old days. It was awesome.
And it was awesome.
Yeah. I think we did it after.
I don't remember.
I don't either.
I really have no idea.
But I've still been listening to that song on repeat.
Me too. I love it.
It's just a little bit harder now that everything else has come out too.
So, okay, let's insert the NSYNC stuff here.
Yeah, we'll insert the NSYNC stuff right here. So we're gonna play the NSYNC episode that we did, the part, and then we'll come back again. We're doing this. We probably should have listened to the episode before we did the episode, but we're gonna roll with it.
Yeah. So it's fine.
Here it is, and then we'll come back to recap.
I feel like it's been such a long time since I've done this. I forgot how to do this.
It has been a long time, actually. We didn't record, I don't think, for the whole month of August, or we released an episode, I think.
We did the one that we recorded like in the car and in the hotel.
Yes.
Joey McIntyre.
Yes. I had been sick. I got COVID again. Wonderful. So
I'm still holding out. I haven't had it. Knock on wood. Knock on woodsies.
This time was pretty bad. It wasn't as bad as the first time, but it was still pretty bad.
It was different. Like I remember you saying like I can breathe, so at least that's good.
I could breathe, but like the body aches were worse and like the fever was worse. And so, but I take that over not being able to breathe. So yeah. But lots has happened since the last time we talked.
In the world of boy bands?
Yeah, this is a trip. This is a trip.
So
let's intro.
I was going to say, let's intro, and then we should just get into the nitty gritty of what's been going on.
Let's do it.
All right. This is Brooke.
And this is Nikki.
And this is my so-called whatever.
Hey.
And guys.
Hey.
That was nice.
I don't know.
That was a lot. So guys, I feel like all of our dreams are coming true, at least in part.
Mm-hmm. I just, oh my gosh. This has just been a crazy, crazy trip. Like it's just been so crazy.
Also, I don't know about Nikki. I have no notes. So
I don't have any notes. No.
We are just talking, freestyling.
Yep.
With no, it's pure passion. This is a passion episode.
It is pure. And you know what? I even got my "It's Gonna Be Me" journal next to me. I don't know why. I haven't used it. So yeah.
That's so funny.
So yeah, we're talking about NSYNC.
Yeah, if you didn't know, now you know. We're talking about NSYNC and
not NSYNC. Not NSYNC. NSYNC. Just gonna put it there.
This is not released on video, but if you could have seen Nikki's face just then, it said it all. So okay. First we need to say this is the first thing we need to say. We have not talked about the Pop 2K tour.
No.
That we went to in July.
And I think we should talk about that first.
We need to talk about that. And I don't think that there's a whole lot to talk about with it. Like it was a great show.
Right. But it made sense now. Things that he said make sense now.
Yes, for sure. Because we So anyway, backtrack. We
Yep.
went there in
Mhm.
July.
Mhm.
In Portland, which was really cool. It was
Mhm.
not too far from home.
No, it was nice.
And it was
a day
awesome.
trip.
Yes.
Like, it was a day trip. We didn't have to stay the night. Well, you ended up staying the night because you were down there anyway. But
I was down there anyway for our little family vacay at the beach. But
yeah.
So that was actually really handy for me.
Mhm. But I got, honestly, because that had been like the third time we had gone to that area, like Southern Maine, Massachusetts, New Hampshire. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm too old for this now. Like, these day trips, even to Portland.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot out of you. I feel that for sure.
Yeah.
So we went to the Pop 2K tour, and if you don't know what that is, it's a tour. It was hosted by Chris Kirkpatrick.
Mm-hmm.
And
LFO.
Yep.
We met Brad.
Oh, he was a gem, and he's going to be on the podcast.
We're hoping. He said he would. So
he said he would. And I sent a thing, but I think it didn't send. Like,
So
it was a web form, so we've just got to send it again. Genuine, wholly genuine dude. Really, really nice guy. Yeah. And we took pictures with him. We'll post the pictures on our website.
We will. Yeah. Take that.
Oh, again, the one guy that was there, because the others got caught up in customs.
Yeah. It was still great.
Wait, you said take that.
I said take that. I did not mean
BB
to say
Mac.
that. I meant to say Big B Mac. You guys, it's been a long weekend.
Take that would have been awesome, though.
Oh, take that would have been phenomenal. But I was happy with BB Mac.
Very. Oh, it was awesome. He did a great job.
Like, we've actually already seen them. And I was like, what? And you said that they opened for NSYNC.
They opened for
NSYNC.
They did.
Mm-hmm.
They absolutely did. I very much remember seeing them, and it was awesome then. He was great now.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really, really good show.
O-Town was great. Wonderful.
I forgot the other one. I forgot his name.
Eric?
No. You know. Ashley Simpson guy.
Oh, yes. Ryan Cabrera. Yes.
And he was great. I was never like a big fan. Not that I don't like him. That's not it.
We just weren't like we were with like O-Town or
right.
Yeah. I mean, we aren't as big fans with O-Town and like BB Mac as we are, of course, with NSYNC and New Kids, but
But
the love is there.
The love is there, absolutely, and he did a fantastic job.
He sure did.
He's super, super talented.
He really is.
So we had great seats. It was a really, really small venue, very intimate.
Made some friends. At first, I think the girl thought I was going to backhand her because she dropped a lime down my shirt. But I was just like, what the hell? What the hell? And then they ended up coming and sitting down next to us. And we also saw two of our New Kids friends, and they hung out with us. They live in Southern Maine, so that was fun too.
Yeah. And so then after the show, we had purchased the meet and greets for Chris.
We had, yes.
And but also at the very, like, when we visited the merch table, you could purchase meet and greets for, I think, all of them. And we ended up doing one for Brad from LFO.
We did, yes.
So we went and met him first. Again, I mean, we've already said it. We'll say it again. Super, super sweet guy. Genuine. Like looks you in the eye when he talks to you. Very, very nice guy. Yes. And he knows how to take a selfie.
Yeah, he does.
He knows angles. Props to you, sir. Props to you.
100%.
We appreciate that. I appreciate that very much.
Me too. Me too.
So then after that, we lined up to go in and meet Chris. And
at first there was only 3 of us for the longest time.
Right.
And I was like, wait a second. Wait a second.
But then there were still only 6 of us?
There was only 6 of us total.
So it was super awesome. He came in. You know, the other girls there were super, super nice.
Yeah.
I think at least 1 or 2 of them, it was their first time meeting him.
Yes.
I mean, it was technically our first time meeting
It was our
him
first time meeting him too, like in person.
in that setting.
Right.
Like we talked to him once.
And he remembered our podcast name, you guys. We didn't even say it. He was just like, "Oh, my so-called whatever." I'm like, "What? Excuse me, sir? How do you remember that?"
He is
I'm
just
right, right?
he's a
He did
gem.
say that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not
Yeah.
like imagining
No,
this.
he
Okay.
remembered. He did.
Okay.
And so he was really awesome. He talked to us for quite a while.
Oh my gosh, it was. I
And
feel like we were there for like an hour.
it felt that way. Kevin would probably know because he was waiting outside.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I brought my license plate.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Yes,
Nikki got
I
her
got it
license plate
signed. So now
signed.
I have a Chris and I have a Joey.
So now we just need
We just
Lance,
need the rest
Justin,
of them.
JC.
But I think now it's going to be 4,000 times as hard to get them.
But maybe not. Maybe not.
Maybe.
Because I'm just going to say, if there's a tour and if there's a meet and greet, and if we are lucky enough to get tickets to do that, because I feel like it's going to be difficult.
I'd be happy with tickets at this point because the way people are coming out of the woodwork, you know how I feel about that.
I do. But you
I'll
know,
talk about
you never
that a
know.
little bit.
You might be able to bring your license plate and have the other sign.
That would be amazing.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
So, but during our like conversation, the meet and greet and stuff, Chris was talking about, somebody asked him like, what's coming up? What are you working on?
Right. And he said, how much of this can I say? And his manager or whatever, she was like, none of it. Nothing. You can't say anything.
The only thing that we got like an inkling of was the I think was the interviews, the episode that he did with the Vice TV show, The Dark Side of the 2000s. Didn't say what it was, didn't say, but I remember leaving with the feeling of like, okay, it reminds me. He said
documentary.
Of like, yeah. Like one of those, you know how they used to do, I don't remember anyway, any of those like recap type shows where they have like celebrity heads, like talking heads. So I was picturing something along those lines, and that's what it was. So that was cool. But there was something else that he was kind of starting to allude to, but then he was like, how much can I say? And she's like, none.
Right.
No.
And not in a million years did I ever think it was going to be what it is. Like,
no.
I was just like, oh, maybe he's like doing some solo work or, like, I don't know. Right. I didn't even think twice, to be honest with you.
Same. And also, specifically, somebody had asked him, like, will NSYNC ever get back together? Like, what is the plans? And he was like, no. Everything he said.
Did he? Because I feel like he said, I'm so glad that you guys have other questions other than, are we getting back together? But did somebody, then did somebody say, well, are you getting back together?
But I think that somebody did say something, because I remember his answer, and it was kind of it wasn't just a flat no, but it was like an answer that I never would have thought. Like I left there thinking, no. No.
Oh, I didn't even hear it. I didn't even think anything of it. Didn't think twice about it.
I remember leaving there thinking like, well, whatever that was a no.
Right. And that was that. I mean, it was a great, we got pictures with him, individual pictures with him. I'll post mine. Yep. I was a hot, sweaty mess. It was so friggin' hot there. It was so hot. But then we were like in the cool area. Like, at least it wasn't down on the floor where we would have been even more hot.
Oh my God. Yeah. That would have been bad.
So yeah, it was I thought it was amazing. I was so happy to meet him. Like I said, I was pretty friggin' excited when he remembered us, and like him just saying our podcast name, I was like, is this real life? Like, seriously, is this real?
Right.
Is this like friggin' real life right now?
That's crazy. We're so blessed.
We are. We really are. We realize that, you guys. We completely 100% realize that we have gotten so many amazing opportunities because of you guys. we wouldn't have been able to do
Yeah.
it without you guys. So
For real. And thanks for sticking by us, even though we don't release very often right now.
yeah, we do appreciate it.
Thanks
I
for
guess
being here.
we did have some problems with the website last week.
Oh yeah, we did.
It was down for a few days. Had
It was
no
gone.
clue. Had
Nope.
no idea. But thankfully someone messaged us and was like, "Hey, did you know your website's down?" We're like,
Thanks.
"Nope." So thank you. You know who you are.
You know
For
what you did.
messaging and letting us know that the website was down. Totally my fault. Totally my fault. So
Shit happens.
yep.
It's all good.
Yep.
So then
Mm-hmm.
I just have to say,
Okay.
I feel like the next little surprise, little like, oh, what is this? Was
Mhm.
JC's Meow Mix.
Yes. Yes.
And I still didn't think that anything was going to happen with NSYNC.
No.
But when I saw that shit, I was like, are you, first of all, JC, A, winner, Cats, B, winner. Like, I was floored and so excited. And I thought to myself, like, okay, so he's something else is going on. Like, he's going to do something. Maybe
Which is
JC is going to
exciting.
do something.
Just as equally as exciting because
So
we love
exciting.
JC.
I
We're
was
here for
so
JC.
ready. I was so ready for another solo album, like something
Take my
from
money.
him.
Take it.
I don't need it. Bye money. Here you go. Take it all. And that, went on or whatever. But then the rumors.
Then the rumors started to fly. Like, so if you guys remember the girl, Were You Alone? Girl, Are You Alone? Not Were. Girl, Are You Alone podcast. Sad that it's no longer, but the group is very active.
Well, they're releasing an episode.
Oh, they are?
I saw on their Facebook, yes, they are.
Finally.
They're going to be releasing an episode soon, or they're recording an episode anyway.
Good.
And yeah.
Because we need this content. Because the group has been fire. The group has been like still active.
Oh yeah, totally. Because there are NSYNC stands out there.
Right.
Us being two of them.
Right. And I credit them. I credit that group for the little bits and pieces that we started to get. We were like, wait, because we saw and other things, we saw stuff start to roll in, but like they were like they were like us. Like they were like, yeah, let's get to the bottom. Somebody had a Jill on their team.
Everybody needs a Jill on their team.
They really do.
Jill, you know what you did and always do.
Yeah, for sure.
You show up. I will say that the NSYNC Love Fest group has been pretty good too.
Oh, that one's good too. Yes.
With and stuff and theories and all that stuff. Super, super fun groups. We like to follow them. Girl, Were You Alone? NSYNC Love Fest. Check them out if you're not.
Yes.
In them.
Right. Because you should be. If you are lovers of NSYNC like we are. So. Is that a new carpet behind you?
No, it's actually quite old.
Oh, okay.
It might just look to be a different color because of all the cat hair.
Oh, no, it just looks new.
Oh.
So the first little snippet we got was something was going to be happening on the 17th. And that was the 17th of July, correct?
That was August.
Oh, August. Sorry. 17th of August, not July. I still think it's August right now.
I know. I wish it was.
Still haven't covered my pool yet. I got to get to that.
Oh, but Lord.
This week, we're supposed to get like some 80, like high 70s. Guess who's going to the pool? Me. It's getting covered next weekend. So we're building our 12. Oh, sorry. Again, you guys, it's been a long time. There's a lot of info I have to give you. You guys, I got a effing 12-foot skeleton. I freaking got one. I have been wanting one for 3 years.
Have you decided where you're putting it?
Yeah, we're putting it by the wall because we want a camera on it because we're afraid somebody's going to steal it.
That would be very hard to steal. But
I've watched videos where people steal them very easily.
But legit.
Yeah, they put them
in the back
of the truck or van and take it.
I want one, but the storage, I don't know
but
how.
you just take it apart.
And where would I put it?
I don't know. We have an attic upstairs where we can store it. So
We have an attic. I've never seen it.
you should get up there. You never
I
know.
think it
Something
has
might be up there.
I think that there's just a lot of ducks up there. Pete's been up there.
A lot of ducks or
Like
dust?
ducts, like
Oh,
ducks.
ducks. Okay, like ducks,
like air conditioning ducts.
Yeah, gotcha.
And
like diehard ducks. No, just kidding.
Diehard ducks.
Remember when he's like crawling through the air duct in Die Hard?
I've never seen Die Hard.
And he lights the lighter. Yeah, that's all I remember.
Never seen it, but I do remember seeing like a meme or something about how in movies, why are ducks always so clean?
Right, because they're not like that.
Because they're not.
No,
they're nasty and they probably have spiders and shit, which is why I don't go in the attic.
Yeah, true. I don't blame you. Ours
Anyway.
is just we don't have any ducts. We have like because we have a heat pump. If you guys don't know what that is, it's like a heater. We never use the heater part of it though. We just use the air conditioning. And that goes outside. But and then we have spray foam. So it doesn't really there's not a whole lot of dust to be collected up there.
Right.
But it gets the spray foam kind of like breaks down a little bit and gets over the tops of the bins and it bugs me. But that's the only thing. But we definitely have room for our 12-foot skeleton. So that's good.
That's good. I would have to put mine in the garage. And
Yeah.
I don't know.
You have that back part of the garage, though. You can put it back there.
I do have a back part of the garage. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I saw it a little while. Well, it's been a few years.
It's full of shit.
Oh, okay.
I guess I need to get rid of some stuff and then I can replace it with a big skeleton.
Yeah, we've been
If I
getting
can
rid
get
of
my
a
hands
ton
on
of
one.
shit. Oh, hold on.
Let's stop here.
Okay.
And then we'll reconvene.
Okay, so we're gonna stop because Brooke has to be somewhere, and then we're gonna pick up. Hopefully, it'll be tonight, but you know how we work. You know how we work. Could be a couple days from now.
What movie are you watching tonight?
Varsity Blues.
Fun.
Yes.
It's like family movie nights.
Because I've been telling Brody that movie like pumped me up about football.
Oh, fun.
And I said that I think it will pump him up like about football, just because like he started his first game. It was
That's
so awesome. He's only a sophomore. And
I was gonna say he's a sophomore.
He never played football before, like never even watched it. So it was pretty cool. And Bryn had an amazing field hockey game the other night. Of course, it was probably the best game of her life, and we weren't there. You win some, you lose some.
Your kids were having great nights.
They did. They had a great sports night. They did.
Yep.
Great. Well, great. Also, Birdie has a girlfriend. Hopefully, he's okay in me talking about this.
Is that official?
Like, it is official now. Her, like, it is officially official,
and not over text. Oh, yes. Good for Brody.
Yes, he did. She came over on Friday, and because it was her birthday, and he gave her presents. He bought her a Lego bouquet, like flower bouquet.
That's adorable.
And he got her. She really likes cars, which we were like, Brody, I don't think she likes cars, because he got this like remote control Hot Wheels car that he loves.
Yeah.
And I guess like she really wanted one, but we were trying to convince him not to get it because we were like, I think you really like it, Brody, but I'm not sure she would. But she loved it. She was like, I've been talking about this. Like,
oh, so, that's sweet.
Yeah. And then he got her like one of those octopus that like can go inside out.
Oh, the little flippy ones?
Yeah.
Cute.
So, yes. So
I love that.
Lots of cool things happening. Homecomings this week. It's going to be fun. I love homecoming. You guys should come to the game. It's going to be fun. Saturday. Well, not you guys, because you guys are everywhere, but I was talking Brooke.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Derpy derps.
Yeah. So we'll get back to you guys.
Yeah, we'll be back.
And
right after this, we'll be
right after this. Right after this.
Boop, boop.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
So I don't know what you guys just listened to.
No.
Because I didn't listen to it. I'll listen to it when this comes out. But
right.
As of us recording, no idea what you just heard.
Not a clue.
Other than like excitement from us.
Right.
I know that was there. And love the new song.
Yes.
I'm hoping for a tour.
So good. hoping for a tour.
I'm not holding my breath.
I will say, no, I'm not holding my breath, especially with all that's gone on now, which I think we can talk about. I mean, obviously,
Yeah, with
Brittany
Brittany in the book.
released a book.
Oh
We love
man.
Brittany so much. And some of the things that were in that book are just really hard to read or listen to because I'm getting the audiobook. So, because
Yeah.
I really have trouble reading. So,
I can't. I can read. I'm not,
I
I was
I
gonna
can
say I
read
can't
too,
read,
but I
but
mean, yeah,
reading for me, it puts me to sleep. I fall asleep.
it's not, you know how some people they go to books and they're like, oh, it's an escape. It's not an escape for me. It's not.
No, me
I
either.
reread the same paragraph like 20 times.
Yep.
And then I'm like, what am I even reading? I don't even know what I'm reading.
And then I knock out.
Yep, same. Same.
I can't do it. But an audiobook is great because I can listen in the car.
You
It's
can
like a
listen in the
podcast.
shower. Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. And I've been trying to finish. I started Jessica Simpson's book like months ago.
Yeah.
It's so good. But then I stopped. So I got to go back and listen to Jessica Simpson's book. But man, just so much stuff has gone on since, I mean, and it hasn't really been that long. So
No.
our last, like I said, our last recorded episode was September 6th. We talked about going to the Joe concert.
Right.
And there's so much has happened. Like, I feel like this is like a lot more stuff than normally happens in our lives. Like we would be in old days when we were like on a schedule and everything. I think we would be reporting about this like twice a week because there's so
Yeah.
much stuff going on.
Yeah. There's been a lot. I mean, there's been a lot that has come out with Britney's book
Yes.
and Justin Timberlake. Like, let's just put it
Yes.
out there. We'll just say
We'll
it.
just say it. We'll just say it. I mean, because we're not saying anything bad. We're just saying what has been said.
Right.
And I was so hopeful for a reunion. Like, I know everybody's like, oh, it's not going to happen, whatever. In my heart, I really truly felt it was going to happen. I didn't feel like it was going to happen next year because that's Jordan, not Jordan. Justin is touring. So they're not going to, tour or whatever while he's touring. But I really truly felt like,
Something would be coming down the
right.
pike.
And now all I can think of was this all in preparation for what was to come out? Like, I don't know. I know that's awful to
Conspiracy
say.
theories.
Yeah,
Who knows?
it's just like because if you got, I mean, this just came out of what did they say, like left field, like when something comes out of nowhere. Like it really,
Yeah.
truly, this all came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, JC's doing cat commercials, which was amazing,
Yeah.
and then
Love 'em.
bam, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And so that was July, right? That they started to talk about things into August, or no, August into September.
Yeah, I think the cat commercial started like July-ish.
Yeah.
And then August going into September.
And then they were on the VMAs, which was amazing. And thanks to Brooke, I was able to see them. And I cried. Like I literally cried because I was so freaking happy. And I don't know if I said this in the last episode, but like I had some time to I actually talked to my therapist about this. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. So I took it really hard when they broke up. Like maybe a little too hard. Like embarrassingly hard. And their music, when I realized they weren't, because like Justin came out with it, but we all thought Justin was gonna do the solo thing and then they were gonna get back together. We truly thought that.
I did. For sure I did.
It's not like they ever came out and said we're definitely not doing anything, but it's like 1 year, then another year, then another year, and we're like, okay, like this isn't happening. Like they're not getting back together. They're done. Why? Like what happened? And we were just left with so many like questions and why? Like why? As we were with New Kids too. I mean, but I feel like it was a different, like I'm not saying that New Kids weren't on top of their game, because they were, you know what I mean? But I don't understand why they, I don't understand why they, I don't, I'll never
Well,
understand it unless they give me a straight answer.
like New Kids back in the day,
Mhm.
they kind of fizzled.
A little bit, yeah.
Things were changing. The
Right.
music industry was changing,
And they were they
you
were
know.
actually adapting. New Kids were adapting, but I feel truly we weren't ready for them. That album, their last album, was so incredible. It's like we didn't even appreciate what we received.
No, we weren't ready for it.
No, Bryn, it's her favorite. Face of Music is her favorite album.
Yeah, we
I'm like,
we were not
what?
ready for it.
Yeah.
And I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm not speaking for all New Kids fans,
Mhm.
but like me, not ready for it. It wasn't what I was expecting.
No, because I got it and I was
And
like,
as a
what is this?
child, I was
Yeah.
like, I was expecting, you know, another step by step.
And don't take my New Kids fan card, because we're being honest, because I know
No,
that there's more, like, tons of people are like, oh no, I stuck with them.
and that's
Okay,
fine.
that's
Great. A
great.
lot
I'm
of people
glad that you did
did.
that. And I mean, they were always in my heart. It's just that I wanted to feel like a 9-year-old girl still for some reason,
Well, it
but
was
I
different.
wasn't
Right.
anymore. I was a teenager. And, you know, when you're a teenager and you're trying to grow up, a lot of the things that make you feel like a kid you don't want anymore. What was weird was I don't feel like that was ever the case with New Kids. Now I'm like talking about it out loud. Like I feel like it brought me back to a happy time in my life. And when I listened to the new album, it didn't have the same effect. And instead
Right.
of
It
embracing
wasn't.
it, because that's the music I liked at that time. I mean, if you
It
think
is
about
the
it, Brooke,
music you
that was the
liked.
music I was into.
And it was definitely not the music I was into,
Right.
but it
Because
was definitely the music you were into.
I never gave a shit about people being like, oh, you like New Kids on. Never. Nope. It never bothered me. For some reason, I cared so much about what people think, way too much. For some reason, when it came to New Kids, I gave 0 Fs.
I'm going to say music in general, Nikki, you've never given a shit
No, I like what I like,
about
and
what
I'm
people
not
think
embarrassed about
about
it.
your tastes.
No, and if you don't like what I like, that's fine.
That's
You know
fine.
what I mean? But I'm not going to pretend to not like something, because I do like it.
Right.
And I've tried with country. I've tried, but I just can't. Not new
I've
country, and not new country. I like the solid gold 80s country and
and
some
I
90s
don't,
country.
yeah. I mean, I'm not a we know this. I'm not a huge country fan.
I
And
like Garth Brooks.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. I like some
I
Garth Brooks.
I loved Deanna Carter. Totally forgot about her. Totally forgot about her until I was at the hairdresser the other day. Do you guys call them hairdresser? Stylist? So I say stylist now. Is stylist like the better term? I was at my stylist,
Cosmetologist?
cosmetologist. Tell me what the real word is I'm supposed to use, so I don't sound like a 60-year-old woman. Not that there's anything wrong with a 60-year-old woman, because I'm almost there, but so I don't sound like a 90-year-old woman. There we go. Um, but yeah, so anyway, it just was so hard for me with NSYNC when they broke up, that I couldn't, because I knew they weren't going to get back together. And at this time, New Kids had not gotten back together.
Right.
They were like, it was like, this was like 2004, 2005, I feel ish, right? When did Justified come out?
2003, I think.
Right. So this was like 2004, 2005. Because I can remember like playing NSYNC at our wedding.
Yeah.
And I struggled because I really wanted This I Promise You as the song, but so many people were like, don't, no. And then I was like mad at them at the same time. And now I'm kicking myself, because that was like the perfect song for me to have for our first dance, because Kevin
Yeah.
gave 0 shits. I'm just letting you know. Like he was just like, whatever song you want.
Whatever
I
you
don't have
want.
anything that means anything to me. So it was right around that time. And I can also remember when I had Bryn, it like depressed me. It made me depressed to listen to their music. Isn't that awful? because I just was like, they're never getting back. They're not getting
Well,
back.
it triggered those like thoughts.
Right. And so for a very long time, it was very hard for me to listen in sync. I could listen to it with Brooke, like when we would occasionally listen to it. Christmas album, always could listen to.
Always.
Listen to the Christmas album.
Best Christmas album you can
really?
get.
I mean,
best Christmas album money can buy.
I love New Kids. I love their Christmas album. I really do.
Same, but NSYNC is better.
NSYNC is just, it's my favorite.
It's better than everybody's.
I mean, my favorite NSYNC song is Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Come on. I should say one of my favorites. Because I thought she knew. Now, so let's go back. Let's go back to now, okay? Better Place comes out. I cried listening to it. As soon as JC comes in,
oh my God.
I'm sitting in the car with Brooke and I'm just like, finally.
It was like a magical feeling.
Right.
It was magical.
It was almost the same as New Kids, but different. It was very different because New Kids, again, was like a childhood dream come true. NSYNC, we were in our, late teens, early 20s. We were able to see them in concert multiple times, front row. At one point. So it was a little different. But again, equally as important. And I have been listening to NSYNC nonstop ever since Better Place came out.
Yeah, I've listened to a lot more NSYNC. I've actually listened to a lot more JC.
Oh, I freaking love JC. I'm swerving. I love Lance. I do. I love him. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Man.
JC has the pipes.
He really does. Oh my God.
Like incredible. Incredible.
Yeah. And just hearing him when he came on that track, I melted.
Yeah.
And every time I would listen to it, I listened to it nonstop that like whole week. Every day I was listening to it, memorizing the words because that's what you did, and I just love it. And so, yeah, we were on a high for a while, and then Brittany announced her book coming out, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I'm just saying she needs to tell her truth, and that's 100%, and that's super important. And I'm just as much as a Brittany fan. So, I don't feel like they're going to get back together now. I think
I feel like that train was derailed.
I truly feel like it. I feel like they may have had plans, and I feel like now, and everybody's like, oh, because Justin, he was the one. No, from what I've heard through the rumor mill, it wasn't him that was derailing this to begin with. But now I believe he will.
I am hoping that this is just again, this is going to sound terribly insensitive, and I don't mean it to at all. I was going to say, I hope that this is just a snag. And I'm not saying that Brittany's experience or her telling her experience is a snag whatsoever. It's important. It's really of utmost importance.
Literally.
And I have so much respect for her. And I have so much care for her that I want it told. I want it out there. I want the world to hear it, scream it from the rooftops. So when I say a snag, that's not what that sounds like I'm very much just kind of saying, that's not what I'm saying. But I feel like maybe this may delay something, but I really, really, truly, truly, truly hope that we're still going to get a reunion of some kind down the road.
Other than the VMAs.
Yes, other than the VMAs.
I am thankful.
While I was while I was grateful for that, it was less than what I would have desired. I liked it very much.
I want to hear JC sing Up Against the Wall one more time.
Yes. Please. But I guess time will tell what will happen there.
Right. Really. I mean, anything could happen.
I'm still saving my funds
Same. I mean, and this is another primary reason why I'm trying to do these side hustle things, because I really want to go on the cruise next year. I know Brooke does too. Um, and
Yes, I do.
yeah,
I had serious FOMO.
yeah, that was hard.
It
That was
was hard.
so hard.
And honestly, I missed my friends. Like that.
Yes. I mean, that honestly, I love new kids. You guys know. I mean, I don't even feel like I have to say that. You guys know this.
Right.
I just, it's always like we've said, the guys are always a bonus. We go in with
Mhm.
no expectations. We do have expectations though to hang out with our friends.
Yes.
And
I missed that a lot this
I
year.
missed that a lot. I missed seeing them, hugging them, being with them, even if it was just 3 days, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the hardest part. Because I mean that's huge. And I know that every single one of you listening feels the same way. I know you get it. It's about the
Mhm.
friendships you make.
Right.
It's the band is a bonus. The guys are a bonus. We love them. They're what brought us together. But I really love my friends
Yeah.
and I missed them. But it looks like they all had a great time.
They did have a great time. And I'm so glad that they did. But I still wish I was on that boat. But instead, well, what happened was I just had a feeling. I was like, Brooke, I can't even like schedule this because I feel like if I do, it's gonna be right on the day that Bryn has her senior field hockey game. And I can't miss that.
Right.
Like I felt like in all honesty, I couldn't really miss any of her games because this is a lot. This is it. This is it.
Yeah.
So sure enough, it was originally scheduled for the Monday that we were going to be getting back, and there's no way I would have been able to get back and go to the game. There's just no
No.
way.
No way.
And then it got rescheduled because we had that like hurricane. Oh, wait, was that the hurricane? No, that wasn't the hurricane. I can't remember why it was rescheduled, but it was rescheduled and it was that Thursday. So it would have been the day that we were leaving. Again, wouldn't have been able to make
Right.
it. So
Right.
it was just meant to be for me to not be on that boat. And as much as it pains me because I really want to be there, dancing, all the things.
For a moment, I had thought about going with Michelle
That's good. No, I'm glad. I would not put, I would not.
because she ended up having space in her cabin,
Mhm.
and um and I thought about it. But then I looked at airfare.
Oh, was it bad?
Oh, it was real bad. It was
Oh.
real bad. Like it would have been completely unreasonable.
Mhm.
So I was like, I can't do that. I cannot I can't do that. And we have a trip coming up next month,
Mhm.
and stuff going on. So there was no way I could do it. But come hell or high water,
Mhm. Mhm.
next time,
Right.
I, I can't miss it.
No. No.
Oh man.
No. It was so hard for me. I tried not to go on social media because I knew it was going to bring me down. And I just couldn't avoid it. No matter what I
I
did,
know.
it was like popping
Oh,
up
we're getting
and
notifications. Like
oh, yes. Yes. And thank
it was
you
really hard.
so much, Kelly. Thank you. She FaceTimed me once I was in Marshall's. I think you were at the football game. I was in Marshall's. I happened to answer my phone. I never answer my phone, but I saw, was that a cat that just ran?
That was a cat.
Okay.
That was a cat that just she's on like a rampage.
Um, so Kelly called and I saw them in their doll costumes and I was like, oh my God.
Oh, I loved that.
And then Joe did a solo thing on Sunday and it was like half an hour. She like I stayed on and it was awesome. It was so good.
That's so
So
nice.
thank you, Kelly. And I got to see Jill. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you. So the cruise, I guess we could talk about Well, okay, first, what has brought me life these past few weeks, let me just tell you, if you're not on TikTok and
Oh
you
my
don't know
gosh.
Susie and her pesto, you're missing out because these stories give me life. And every time I hear the like intro, like it's like she's like, call me crazy if you want, but I've never like store bought pesto.
As she's making like pesto.
Right. Which I
Call
don't
me
like
crazy. I
pesto,
don't
but
like pesto at all.
me either.
But I love these stories. They get better and better every
Oh my
time.
God, they're so good. And I
Like
hope,
just when you think you've heard the best
I
of the
know.
best, you get another one. And it's like, OMG.
And these people are great storytellers.
Yeah.
Like I
They're
started to
so
think like,
good.
is there a story I could tell? No, not like that. Not like that. I don't think I have any.
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do. But I'm not going to reveal family secrets.
Oh, oh, yeah. Oh yeah, forgot.
But
Oh,
and then I've thought about like back to our days of like, why are we not dead?
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
There's potentially stories there. But these Susie stories, honestly, like they're so good. I don't think I could top them.
No, and they, like you said, they keep getting better. So
Mm-hmm.
that's really like I like live for them, and I go through Susie Stitch things every once in a while, but it's like I keep getting the same ones. I want them to just show me Susie Stitch once. That's all I
I
want to
have
see.
not searched them. They pop up for me organically,
No, that's good. That's good.
and they are gold. Chef's kiss.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So, also, I just want to say, I don't know if I talked about this last year. I think I did about how I really wanted I can't remember how many feet skeleton he has. Is he 12?
He's really big.
Anyway, he's a big one. I even belonged to the Facebook group for the past couple of years. I got one, the Home Depot 12, 10-foot skeletons. I think 12 foot.
I think he's 12 feet. Yeah.
Right. And then we went to Home Depot again after we'd gotten the skeleton, and Bryn's like, oh my God, they have a Jack. And Jack's like 14 feet and he
Jack
talks and
Skellington.
sings. Yes. So we have both, which one was a Christmas present because I was like, we don't have the money for this. Like, you guys. But of course, we went back, they were gone. So, like, I'm glad that we got them.
Oh, totally. You can't leave that behind because you know it's
No,
not going to be there.
no. So with this thing that we're going to talk about next, trigger warning. We're going to talk about death and mass shooting. So if if you have trouble with that, we completely understand. You might want to just stop the episode and not listen to it for the rest of the episode because it is one of the last things we'll be talking about. So um, stop now if we really want you to stop now if you can't listen to stuff like that. But I guess it comes down to kind of what's happened in our world the past week, which has been just
Oh, yeah.
insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Jesus.
like I just
So we had a mass shooting in our state.
we did.
The Lewiston, Maine. They're 90 minutes south of us, but
Right.
it affected us. It affected the whole state. It
did.
tragic.
We're a
and
little
terrifying.
different. Yeah, I mean, I don't think people understand Maine culture. I feel like they do and they don't because there's only like 1 million people that live in the state.
Exactly.
And more often than not, if you're like, oh, I have a friend from Maine, I can't tell you how many times this has happened to Brooke and I, and we're like, oh my God, we know them. Like, yes, I know that person.
Or we can connect to them.
Right. It's like less than, what is it? 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, 7, what is it?
Yeah. No,
How
exactly.
many degrees of Kevin Bacon? It's less than that. It's like 2
it's like
degrees.
3. Yeah.
Um,
I can't tell you how many people we both know that were affected by that
that lived in Lewiston,
incident.
Lived in the area, um,
Worked with someone
yeah,
who had a family member, you know someone who knows the the shooter. Like
right. That was
it's
crazy.
Maine is very small
We're very
because you
small.
have to think, if you look at our geography, half of the state is trees.
Right. And I don't think people understand that. Like, it's not inhabited. Like,
Right. They don't have
it's
names.
no, it's like TR17, like
Right.
territory, whatever. They don't even have like a lot. There's no electricity. There's no like,
Yeah.
it's not it's uninhabited. Like, it's woods and animals for, I would say, like 50% of the state, probably. Maybe
Yeah.
that's maybe
I
that's a
mean,
big.
look at the map though. You can very easily see just by
Right.
looking at the map where there are
Right.
no roads,
Right.
there are no people.
Right.
So it's really like, and I don't want to generalize, but most of the population is the bottom half of the state.
Right. Right. Even Bangor. Bangor is pretty much, you get to Bangor, there's not a whole lot after us. Holton's fairly large, Holton, Caribou, Presque Isle, but they're like a quarter the size of Bangor, I would say. Maybe even an eighth the size of
Maybe less.
Bangor.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
less than a quarter. But
Um, and then
Bangor's the
the
third largest city.
right.
Lewiston was the second largest city.
That's correct.
So,
I was just in Lewiston on last Friday, for a football game. And
yeah.
we went to Martin's. We were like hanging. And I know everybody's like, oh, it's not, because the thing is, we do these kind of things all the time. We drive all over Maine constantly. That's what we do. We go to Portland all the time on a
Yeah.
weekend, on a weekday. Got to go to Trader Joe's, drive 2.5 hours to Portland. Like, whatever. So when this all came about, yeah, we were scared because we weren't that far away, and we were scared for the people that we didn't, I mean, people we didn't know that we knew, like, didn't know, forgot, like, so many people. I was like, oh my God, that's right. Holy shit. And the mere fact that there's so much misinformation, and you're trying to keep informed, you're trying to keep, like, making sure that you're safe and your family's safe.
But I mean, we had, like, school for us was not canceled for the Bangor public schools, but they had police at the schools. It was a modified pickup and drop off, which was, I felt very comfortable with. We basically dropped them off at the back door. So, I felt very comfortable with how they handled it. But it was still terrifying.
Right.
And, like, I wasn't going to let her come home off the bus alone.
Right.
So she didn't. Like, I had people here. I had someone here for her, but yeah, no, it's terrifying. And you think, like, this can't happen.
Right.
This
And I
doesn't
know that
happen
sounds
here.
naive, but this is Maine. Like,
No, but
it's different here. But it's not. I mean,
but it's not.
obviously, but it's not.
Where there are people, where there is a human population, you're going to find the same issues here, there, or anywhere. But our population is smaller. So you would find them in, like, a smaller percentage, but it doesn't mean it can't happen. And it can happen anywhere. And you just don't know. And you can't prepare for that.
Right. It's just, I still can't wrap my head around it. I really can't. The stories that we've heard of these heroes, of these people that risk, like they did, they put their lives, they died trying to save kids and other people.
Right. Women and children. These men died.
It was so scary. It was so scary. And
It was scary.
And like, I'm not trying to make it about us, like, at all. Like, that's not, I'm just
No.
saying, like, it's just
No,
terrifying.
we're okay. We are
Right, we were fine.
okay.
And we appreciate all of you guys who checked in on us.
Who reached out? Yeah,
Oh
for
my gosh.
sure.
All these people that were just trying to enjoy their Wednesday night.
A
Whether
children's
it been-
bowling league.
What did you say?
A children's
A
bowling
children's
league.
bowling league, you guys.
And a cornhole tournament for deaf people.
Oh my God.
Like, that's what it was. That's what was going on at these two places.
And that poor father from the Schmeggy's bar.
Oh my God.
Did we
Yes.
find out that his son passed?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
I mean, if it's the same man that I think you're
yeah, I'm
talking
gonna
about,
like,
yeah.
oh my God, I couldn't even watch it, Brooke. I couldn't even
Yeah.
watch his, just like thinking how he felt as a father, like trying, he knew his
Mhm.
son had passed because he knew his son would, and his son, I believe, was the owner of the bar. Correct.
Owner or he may have been the manager.
Manager,
I don't remember
yeah.
which one, but yeah. And either way, yeah. No, it's very, very sad. It's very, very
Just
sad for
why?
nothing.
Just why? I
Oh,
mean, and we'll never find out why.
We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah, it's just a lot of, I think all of us are still in shock. All Mainers are just like, what the
Yeah.
hell just happened? Like, what the hell? What? I've been terrified. Like, I don't like going to movie theaters anymore. Because of what happened years ago that wasn't even near us, you know.
Right. But it makes you think about these
It
situations.
does. And I know we can't live our lives in fear. I understand that, but it's super hard not to. It's super hard not to when you have shit like this happen. So
Yep. It is.
hopefully things will, you know, these kids, these poor kids, just everywhere, Lewiston. I mean, not just kids, just people, that their lives have been changed forever. And so many people. And the support we're getting from across the nation is incredible. So yeah, so that's
Wow.
what we've been up to. This is where we've been. And yeah.
Speaking of mental health,
Yes.
late last night, so this is Sunday we're recording, so Saturday night, we learned that Matthew Perry passed away.
That's right. Yes, we did.
And I didn't realize that he had a book.
I didn't either.
And I want to read that book now, or find it on audio, because again, we talked about reading. Because it sounds like an important book to read. And I'm very interested in what he has to say about, his life and his experience. So I'm just going to say that I was very, very sad to hear about his passing. Even my mom texted me.
Wow.
And her and I are both very similar in that, this is going to sound insensitive, but when a celebrity passes away, it doesn't really affect us like I think it affects other people. We didn't know that person. Right. Everybody passes away. We've had tragedy in our own lives. And it's what happens, and it's very sad. Yes, it's very sad. But I don't want it to sound insensitive. It's not at all. I don't mean it to be, but it's just kind of like, I don't know. Maybe because we've had enough sadness in our life that it's hard to take on more.
I understand that.
But even my mom texted me last night, and she said, I'm really sorry to hear about that man that died that was on Friends. I know you really loved that show.
Oh,
it's so sad.
Nancy. Oh.
I know. And it's true. I did really love that show. I loved that show since it came on. I remember watching it as a freshman in high school. So anyway, that was very sad. And just to kind of go off on the mental health piece, I think he might have some really interesting words to say about his own struggles with it.
I definitely want to listen
and
to
substance abuse.
Yeah. Yeah. So. But I don't believe they haven't figured out how he passed,
No,
right?
no. I mean, it was an apparent drowning.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't suspect foul play, they said, supposedly, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
And they did not find any drugs or drug paraphernalia at the scene.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, I think, all we know.
I mean, just his last Instagram post was him in the jacuzzi.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a jacuzzi and a hot tub?
I don't think there's any difference. I think it's just a different verbiage.
Gotcha.
I could
Okay.
be wrong. I could be wrong.
Do you guys know? Let us know. As per usual.
As per usual.
Yeah. So I think that's it for wrap up. I mean, now that we've
Yeah.
talked for like 3 hours.
I don't think it's been 3 hours.
No.
But I think it's been a good solid hour.
Yeah.
Hour 15.
It's time. It's time. So we'll
Yeah.
get back to our regularly scheduled programming soon. I do have a couple
Reading
more
stories.
football games, but yeah, it's a little bit different because those are it's just playoff games. So
yeah,
we hope to get back on the swing of things by probably like end of November, and or sooner.
And come winter,
we'll be here.
You will be here. There's not a whole lot going on other than like the holidays and stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks guys for listening. We love you.
We love you forever and ever.
You for listening. I
was yachting and talking.
That's okay. And keep sending us your stories. I know we were backed up. I mean, we haven't read stories in a very, very long time. We're probably a year, but we're a few years behind still. But we have good intentions.
Few years.
Nah, we're not a few years, but
no,
we
got some stories to read though.
We have some stories.
So if you haven't heard yours yet, thank you.
Right. Thank you for being patient.
We will get to it. We will read it on a future episode.
Right.
Of this podcast.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
Yeah.
Coming up on Tuesday.
Happy Halloween.
And then I'll be decorating for Christmas.
Same. I can't wait.
I know.
I still need to get a new Christmas tree.
Oh, you didn't get that one?
No, I was torn between two. Did I tell you this?
No.
I was torn between the one that was like $1,200 and the one that was like $500.
Yeah, but we talked about this in Girl Math.
We did. Well, wait, maybe.
We talked about the $1,200 one because we figured out how many Christmases, you know what I mean, like would be reasonable.
But then did I tell you about the one that was like almost the same tree but shorter?
No.
And it was like $500?
No.
It's like almost the same tree.
Well, then get that
one. It's just a foot shorter.
Get that one then.
So that's where I'm at with that.
Well, hurry. You better hurry and get it now.
I don't think they sell out.
Oh, they don't? I thought it was that place that like
it is that place, but they have trees readily available. They're happy to sell you $800, $1,200, $1,500 trees anytime.
Oh, okay.
I've never seen one not available.
Well,
I say that now, and then I'll go on to buy it, and then it won't be there. So let's knock on wood. And I'm gonna check when we sign off here.
Yeah. Oh, there's one more thing I forgot.
Oh,
I started a new journey, a new crafting journey with resin.
Oh, right. That's right.
I made, like, I'll show. Oh, I already showed these to you. But I
I think they look awesome.
And a football. And I put Brody's number in it. And it's my first one. So yeah, they're not wonderful. They're not perfect. But
they look great though.
I think what a cool thing to make them into like ornaments. And like I have a thing I can screw in on the top. And like I told Brody these are going to be his ornaments. Whoops. These are going to be his ornaments. So Merry Christmas.
I think those are awesome.
So yeah, I love.
They look really good.
It's fun. So
you and Bryn could like perfect it this winter.
Yeah.
That could be a thing, and you could sell them on Etsy.
There we go. I'm trying to find cassettes because I want to do cassettes, and then like
it'd be so cool.
It could be like you could put like people's names, like so and so's mixtape 2023 or whatever.
That's cool.
And be able to have an ornament or whatever. So
I love that idea.
Check out Third Shift Designs on Etsy. Check me out. But don't feel obligated. But you can check me out.
Just go take a look.
Yeah, go take a look.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks,
So,
guys.
thanks, guys. We'll be loving you forever
And ever.
Bye.
Bye.